Hello, hi, welcome everybody. This is Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Well, this is Roll for Bowl, playing Odyssey of the Dragonlords. I am DM Ben Competence, your host for the evening. These are our four Dragonlords. Say hello, Dragonlords.
Hello,
Hello,
Dragonlords.
Dragon
Hello, Arcadie's
Lords.
daddy.
Yeah,
Euphemian
that's right.
is Euphemian has always been daddy, but now he's a daddy. So that's is a character arc. We are hello Gamerbot. Hi. Gamerbot, you can't see it right now, but the Strahd brides are up on the wall. So anyway, we are a D&D group, actual play group that is doing Odyssey of the Dragonlords in adventure inspired by Greek mythology. Our heroes have been traveling the continent of Thylia and the islands beyond, preparing for ways to face against the Titans, who in how many days? 37 days.
37.
37 days will attempt to wreak havoc on the continent of Thylia, destroy many of the peoples and societies within. Our heroes, in their explorations, have found their way to an island some call Chelsea's Refuge and others will call Fire Island, depending on how merciful my players are being. It was named before the incident. I don't... Rich people have even ruined continents that they didn't even go to with that incident, with that shenanigans. When the heroes found...
everything.
They do. When the heroes found this island, they saw that there was a large volcano within it, and were immediately greeted by lizard folk who were grateful to see them and said that they had much matters to discuss. I think before we get started, I will introduce each of the heroes. I will roll for each player. They can introduce themselves, their character, and I ask one question every stream by their suggestion. This question will be, what is your hero's guilty pleasure? I have rolled for Jen to go first.
Wow. Hello, everybody. My name is Jennifer, and I play Cryerin, the Wood Elf Monk. Papow! Uncle to
Wow.
Arcades. Let's see. Well, he loves bacon, and we were talking about it had to be something that he feels guilty about, so he had to cheat on bacon.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if he was going to cheat on bacon, it would be like chocolate-covered bacon.
Yeah,
or
that's
bacon
just...
in his Caesar. I don't know if you guys know what Caesar is, the Caesar drink.
No, I
Caesar
don't.
salad.
I assumed you meant the salad.
No, Caesar drink. I think it's a Canadian thing, actually. Yep. I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't trust that.
It's like a Bloody Mary, but way better.
Ooh.
It has clam juice in it, and therefore, I'm not sure I can agree with that statement.
That's good. Gotta give it a try.
Nope.
But yeah,
we got. Tammy's mom contributed the final amount, and we got the boost for the second Bacon Point fundraiser. Those of you that are new, basically means I am obligated to provide the heroes with a magic item in the very, very near future. You previously got one that you haven't even used yet. But yeah, we have that. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you for all of the viewers that chipped in. And let me finish setting up one thing right here. We have more people to get through. My mind is I'm living the ADHD life today. This one goes to Tammy.
Okay. Well,
that's a great introduction right there.
I thought I was muted, and then I looked at my screen and I wasn't. So I'm Tammy. I play Kiki, the Triton Barbarian Fighter. And her guilty pleasure, it would be the most beautiful thing that she doesn't get too often. It's corn. That big lump with knobs that has the juice. You know, she just absolutely loves corn on the cob. And she doesn't get it all that often. It's really sad. It's a wonderful thing.
Love this. I love this as a character trait. I had no idea. And then who do we have next? That is Fantastic. Next we're doing this in reverse order, so this one's all Reed.
Oh, okay. Well, I am Reed. I play the human wizard Euphemian. Guilty pleasures. I mean, really, you have to feel guilty to have a guilty pleasure, and that's a
Mm-hmm.
tall ask for Euphemian.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's very much philosophical school of hedonism. So, um,
That just gave me my question for next week.
I think anything that he could describe in this particular case would likely get us banned. I don't know if there's anything that I can say.
What a wonderful and terrifying response. I think my question for oh wow. Someone gave a gift sub. Thank you so much, whoever did that. We're near to a hype train, which is just a bonus when people donate and support the stream, and then everybody that does gets bonus emotes and unlocks. Whoever gave that, thank you very, very much. It was very kind of you.
Thanks,
What was
everybody.
it? Let me see 1 second. I just sent Allie the question for next week, so that we have it. The question for next week is going to be which, if your hero was not a chosen one or put on a path of destiny, which Titan do you think would have ended up being their favorite? Is gonna be that one. I'm going to give you 3 answers of Kintamane, Sidon, or Lutheria. And then Callista, you may go.
Okay. Hi, I'm Allie, and my character is Callista. She is a satyr, bard, warlock, multiclass, and I mean, much in the same vein as Euphemian, she is quite hedonistic. I would say that her guilty pleasure, even though she is kind of against the idea of guilty pleasures, would be like those really trashy romance novels. Like, just horrible quality writing. Just so bad.
Anything
I
that
love
feels
this.
like werewolves, maybe, and that kind of thing.
I love trashy romance novels. That's fantastic. What's her name?
Like, she doesn't want to be embarrassed about it, but she is. But it's just the writing, it's not the sex.
If you want to know a trashy romance novel that sinks in well with this, everybody look up Neon Gods by Katie Roberts. It's a horny retelling of Persephone and Hades in modern day. So that just feels like it fits in with where we are. Okay. Our heroes have made their way to Fire Island. I guess before we begin, Euphemian, did you want to mention anything? Reed, did you want to mention anything, or are we good?
The only thing that I'm going to drop here is that we do have a merch store, and you should check it out. Even if you don't want to go buy anything, check it out just to see what's there, because it's neat. I might be biased in this situation, but I'm gonna.
But they are really cool.
Yeah, but
it is really
go
cool
through
stuff.
and throw the link there in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much everything has art by our, I guess, our campaign artist, Lala Letty.
Mm-hmm.
And
She's fantastic.
Yeah, enjoy that. It's going to be streamlabs.com/rollforbull/merch.
And lastly, I am a professional DM, and if you want your own campaign or your own one shot or anything, if you want to learn D&D or whatever, there's a link, or we can put a link in the chat. I don't remember what code you put for that, but we have a link there, and you can message me on startplaying.games, and we will be able to work something out. I'd love to have you aboard. Exclamation bin! I love that. That is adorable. Show of hands. Who's ready to begin the adventure? All right, excellent. Then let's take you all to an actually ominous fire island.
Paradise City for the no? Okay.
No. That was Themis. The island roars and teems with life as you walk through, following the lizard folk to wherever it is they're trying to take you. You hear snakes hissing You see in the distance, in parts of the forest, or parts of the jungle, you see ponds and lakes with what look to be crocodiles. Above, you hear a screeching roar, and one of you looks up and sees a large winged lizard flapping high above the sky, swooping overhead. And the lizard folk walk you to their home. As they do, you're followed by Pythor, god of battle, on his first adventure with you. Pythor asks one of you discreetly, I'm going to roll a die. And he says to Callista, because you know my sister and how she thinks in a lot of this. Is this going to become a battle or a fight to the death or something?
I mean, hopefully not. Which sister?
He puts his hand low and he goes, Kyra, I mean, I know you say hopefully not, but whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And I will summon the quill that Euphemian made me, the purple feather quill, and get out my my tome, my pact tome, and just start like thank you for the reminder, and just start like jotting down my like one continuous line of notes.
Because if they want to give you any trouble, I could take them. I mean, I can't interfere with those titans, but if these guys are just dicks, you just let me know.
Oh, okay. I think just follow Kiki's lead is usually what I do when we're thinking maybe fighting might happen. She's usually pretty correct.
Okay. He turns and looks at Kiki and sort of smiles.
I
did. As the rest of you are following, do you want to do anything or say anything to anybody?
I think I'll walk up to the one that had sort of met us on the beach. So, were you told that we were coming?
He says, told no. Hopeful. Yes, we watched and we've prayed for some help. I don't know that she hears us, but we'd hoped. And when we saw you on the horizon, we thought maybe you were the answer to our prayers. Are you?
I've been the answer to a fair few number of prayers, but usually they're more in the line of, oh God, oh God.
So you heard our cries?
Absolutely.
Thank you. And he goes, very good. And he raises his staff and sort of like clearly a sign of respect. You see some of the lizard folk with their shields sort of looking at you in bewilderment. And he looks at them and says something in a slithering tongue before they nod and continue their walk forward. You can't be that clippable when Fatima's not here yet. That's not fair.
I can go back and do it myself.
You travel along the way, and eventually you're led to an open clearing, a large community of houses built in this clearing, some stacked on top of each other, some with walkways and ladders. This large interwoven community of bridges and stacked houses going 3 or 4 high and winding across almost like a spider web of planks and boards and rope ladders. And all throughout it you see the lizard folk and the traders, hunters, fishers, and clearly in the middle of all of this is one larger building to which the shaman leads you, and he turns and he says, "This is our tribe." And I want each of you to roll an insight check.
Insight.
23.
13.
Oh, 8.
Mm-hmm.
Awful.
Okay. What I'm going to say is insight at other social graces are going to be more important here because the lizard folk have such different communications that some nuances may be missing. When he says this is our tribe, Callista, you pick up that he is telling you like the emphasis is on R as opposed to the other villages around there, and basically you're with us now is basically what he's trying to convey. And he goes, "This is our tribe. The queen will speak with you when she's ready. When you're ready." And when he's looking at Callista, sort of waiting for a cue of some kind.
Oh, I will curtsy.
Mm-hmm.
They're ready.
And-
He turns and says to the into the house. And you hear this loud hissing, snapping sound. And stepping out, you see several guards almost pour out of this. And then this one large lizard folk with I would say two sword or a shield on their back, a sword and a staff with like a crystal a gem at the end. And they have I want to say sort of a veil right down around most of their face, moving around their obviously large protrusion. And she looks at each of you, and she looks and says, "You're here with us." Allie, give me another one of them insight checks. Or all of you give me insight checks, sorry.
21 this time.
4.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I am not insightful.
Hey!
Hey, natural 20 for Kiki.
This is wonderful. Kiki and Callista, you two pick up on it at this point. A lot of the time when they're not all the time, but a lot of time when they're asking questions, they present facts and sort of wait for you to correct them. And so she's saying you're with us, and that is her question to you. Normally, if they say a statement and then wait for a pause, they're kind of waiting for you to correct them. And she goes, "You're with us."
Oh, how many other tribes are there on your island?
You can see her frustration with your response to that question. And she speaks to the shaman, says something in their slithering language, and he says something and points to Euphemian, and assures her something, and then she turns and says, "You heard the prayers of the gods."
With this going
Sorry, go on.
could I cast Comprehend Languages?
Sure. Wow, I forgot you had that.
I don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
You heard my
Um,
verse.
So I'm assuming that's. Let me double check that. I assume that's just.
I get to understand what they're saying. I can't speak it.
Okay, that takes one action. You have as a ritual. Okay, so are you? I assume it's an action instead of a ritual for you right now, right?
Yeah, I'm
Or
just
do you
going to
want to?
cast it as
Yeah.
a first spell slot.
All right. So you cast it partway through when they're talking. You hear the shaman that gathered you. Basically, he listens for those calling out for the gods, and he has been their herald to answer that. And she says, they can't be trusted. And he says, my queen, I say they can. She says, do you wish to be chosen? And he looks at her and just sort of hisses. And Euphemian, you pick up that a lot of the time, a lot of aggression in their subtext, or sorry, wow, my hands are on the camera. Sorry. I'm getting used to new camera position. A lot of their, a lot of the time whenever they hiss or seem fierce, it's not so much aggression as it is emphatic, like almost underlining their statement. So when she says, you wish to be considered, and he hisses and snaps at her, it's not like angry. It's like, no, I'm stand by what I'm saying. It's like underlining or repeating the message. And the rest of you would kind of just see some sort of argument. And she turns to you and says, let me think about what she says. She says, you plan to stay with us to discuss your terms.
We would like to, at the very least, find out what you need of us before we discuss terms.
Mm-hmm. She says, then we will find out. We will reach you. And the shaman says, they've come this way and we will feed them. And she says, we will feed them, sort of snapping back at him. They go to prepare. She puts out a call for a meal to be made for you all, with her guests and with her trusted guard in attendance. What do you guys want to do in the meantime? Because there will be a little bit of downtime before we get to that.
I'm gonna just kind of like lean over to Euphemian and just say, like, am I imagining it, or did she didn't answer my question, did she?
No, I get the sense that there's more going on here than what we're hearing, or at least what we're being told immediately.
Yeah, it just seems to imply it just seems like maybe there's other factions or something, and I just want to know what we're getting it into, if possible.
One mentioned to the other wanting to be chosen.
Like a sacrifice?
Well,
Do they? It's a volcano. It's like a thing.
I feel like Kyra would certainly be on high alert at this point. But on the other hand,
God, it took me a second to get that.
I'd rather not judge them just because of stories.
Pythor just says, if they're not allied with Sidon and they give you trouble, I will just throw them into the volcano. It's fine.
Can you get them there from here?
Well, it's been a while since I've tried, but we can find out.
Why don't you try your distance out with Cray? Should be fun to watch.
Actually, I wanted to talk to you about that, Pythor. I feel like I really want to climb all of this stuff here.
Yes.
Maybe you could, like, give me a boost up, and then I could start climbing stuff. I mean, once we get comfortable, of course, and they allow us to do stuff. Because that would be really cool to do some calisthenics on, like, the bridges and stuff, and, like, do pull-ups and things.
That would be actually. This could be an interesting new place to work out. It's been a while since I've worked out, and I mean, you could tell. And he pats his body. You can see like his perfectly like Herculean sculpted body, and just like completely like this paragon of like muscle bound fitness. And he's like, yeah, you can tell it's been a while. I can absolutely, I can maybe do with something like that too. I think it's been about a couple decades since I've worked out.
Yeah, but I mean, but we have to make sure it's okay that we work out. Do you think we'll be able to do whatever it is they want us to do?
I sure hope it doesn't involve going up to the volcano, because I don't do well in high heat.
Oh,
I
that's
get
right.
very dry and cracked, and it's not pretty.
You,
And it makes me miserable.
when you say that, the queen comes over to you and says, "We would like you to go to the volcano."
Say what now?
Comedic timing.
We would like you to go to the volcano.
What do we have to do at the volcano?
Oh no, she just means you, Kiki.
What?
I don't mean just her.
Oh.
You offered to help and wanted to know details.
What do we have to do at the volcano?
She looks at you. I want you. I have an interesting idea.
I'm not throwing myself in the volcano.
No.
Or anybody.
I will say that, what was it? That again, they respond to assertion and sort of strength more than anything. I'm going to say you're going to basically use intimidation checks instead of persuasion checks for a lot of these interactions. She's going to say, you were hoping to help. That's how you help. They're up there. The others, the stealers, the thieves.
Oh, okay. So this isn't.
She looks at both of you.
Oh no, go ahead.
Firewalkers. They've stolen our sacrifices. They've stolen what should be ours to give, and now only they give. You sacrifice to the gods. And again, that's more of a question than anything. Again, a lot of the time their questions are just stating things and waiting for you to correct them, so keep an eye out for that. But she goes, you sacrifice to the gods. And when you do, you want it to be heard. Your shaman knows the value of this. She gestures towards Euphemion and says, there are several tribes. And she looks at Callista and says, 4 great tribes. And we would take our travels to the Sleeping One and make our sacrifices. The Firewalkers, they set their home there so that only they can sacrifice. And they don't do it to her. They do it to him.
Oh.
Him being Sidon?
Him being Sidon.
So we're not like rescuing anyone. We're getting you goods. Are we
You're rescuing
avenging
our way of life.
Yeah, yes. Things though, yes, not people. We're avenging. Do you expect us to kill, or are we just It's back
Sounds
for
like we
you.
have to relocate the fire walkers.
End them. Crush
End
them. Eat them.
Eat them?
That's
Cut
what
them,
lizards
boil them, throw them into the ocean.
boil them, mash them,
Fine.
stick them in a stew.
Find whatever joy you find in ending the beating of their hearts. I don't care.
Nullify them. Okay.
If this can be
Nullify them.
accomplished in such a way as to minimize bloodshed, would that be acceptable to you,
You want to minimize bloodshed.
if possible?
That's important to you.
We are in the future expecting that there may be something which will call on a fair amount of manpower. If that comes time, will you help us in return?
We keep promises and we observe balance. What we want at the Sleeping One's home is to give what should be given. We give what needs to be given. We do not take. That is what the Firewalkers do.
I appreciate that. Oh, go ahead.
What needs to be given? What are we looking for specifically to return to you?
The path in our home and the way up there, and for when there's screaming, gnashing, and dying, it is in her name and not his.
You said that they stole your sacrifices. Are those living?
When we can't give to her, when we can't feed her, she does not get fed.
I see.
You know what it's like to not be able to give thanks to your God.
Have you sacrificed, and what has the firewalkers taken?
Roll insight.
You're nobody, Cree.
Can I help?
Nah, my insight's just.
Or
I've
do
been
I
rolling
roll?
like
I roll.
shit.
I'm sorry. You're sorry.
I rolled an 11.
Kiki, you can roll too.
Shit.
Me too?
Or any of you that wants to can roll.
Okay.
Kiki's probably good.
Hey, 26.
15 for me.
Man, my
you feel-
insight is ridiculously amazing, and I'm getting shitty rolls. It's no fair.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Rolling above 15 for the last 3. So when we get into combat, I'll probably die immediately.
Euphemian and Callista, you get that the idea of a sacrifice is like, it's such a mundane course for them that it's a weird. It would be like if someone walked up to you on the street right now and said, "Excuse me, what do you drink?" And like, the answer would be water, but you would be so thrown by the presence of the question. Do you know what I mean? So they're just like, "What do you sacrifice? How do you sacrifice?" She's like, "What?" And she just very confused for a little bit and says, "Those that are sacrificed."
Ah. So, members of your tribe then?
Which time? Members of what?
Members of your tribe?
Yes, we wouldn't sacrifice members of another tribe. That would be grotesque.
Excellent. All right. So the Firewalkers have your members captured and are sacrificing them to Sidon.
If you're saying anything, you're not coming through, Ben.
She hisses at you. I can endure it. She hisses at you very angrily that you're arguing with her right now. I'm going to have each of you that want this ends conversation roll a religion check.
Arguing?
Yeah.
See, this is why I have high charisma stats, so that I don't have to mess it up with my actual face hole.
20.
You gotta make me roll
12.
16.
I'm sorry, Jen. Okay, I'm gonna give it to Kiki and Euphemian right now. Is what she's been saying. I've been presenting it, but I've been presenting a little out of order and it is a little atypical. What they have taken is what she said. When you sacrifice, you have to do it in someone's name, and it's important to all of the cultures, and including your own, that you sacrifice and that you sacrifice to specific people. What she's saying is that the tribe up at the volcano has basically locked off the volcano and is using it exclusively to make sacrifices to God nobody else on the island believes in. So not only is it being done to that, but none of the rest of them can make sacrifices to their God. So they've basically hijacked the rest of the island's ability to have their religion, as it were. She still hasn't clarified exactly what she sacrificed besides this, members of the tribe, but she hasn't really gone into detail about that. But what they've stolen is the path, the access.
I think I'll lean back, having been hissed at, lean back and just say, like, I don't think I'm getting through. I think I'm making her angry.
You have to understand, in our culture, sacrifices are more mundane things. Gold, precious items, so on.
Pythor goes sometimes.
Look, we don't need to start that right now.
We're coming back.
Not the time.
I've had people sacrifice to me. It happens. Goats. A couple. I mean, you sacrificed a pig to me.
Not the time.
God, you're embarrassing me.
I'm participating in the adventure. Your friend was almost sacrificed to one of us a little bit ago. I don't see why that's rude to point out. Sorry. After Ali's face.
Sorry, my boy.
Yes. Your boyfriend was a sacrifice, Ali. That was his first scene. Dad, you're embarrassing me. I love this. Okay, so anyway, go on.
We just want to clarify what exactly needs to be done so that we don't leave the job half finished.
She goes, kill them. End them. Stop the stench of the firewalkers. However you can. And come back here and be celebrated as one of us.
How many are up there?
It's a number. The tribe itself is large, over 300, but at the Sleeping One's home itself, dozens. And Pythor goes, so those ones up there, are they serving Lutheria, Sidon? And she hisses when he says Sidon. He goes, ah, and sort of recoils.
You're not worried about retaliation.
She goes, if they're dead, they won't retaliate. If their leaders are dead, they won't retaliate. If you break them.
Break them. And from the other tribes?
They want what we want.
Excellent.
They live as we live.
And for the sake of clarity, I would like to emphasize that if we do this, by no means are we consenting to be sacrificed. I respect that you do have your own religion, but that is simply off the table.
One of you asked to be sacrificed.
What? When?
You?
I will say this right now as a freebie. This is one of them our questions she has. She's basically in her own way going, when did I ever ask one of you guys to be sacrificed? When did that ever come up in conversation?
When you had mentioned that we would become part of your tribe, and you
Yes.
mentioned that it's abominable not to sacrifice from outside of your tribe,
Yes.
suffice it to say, we have had more than one encounter with somebody who has wanted to entangle us in such language. Therefore,
Cowards. We sacrifice as a welcome honor. You did not welcome it.
that is sufficient. I simply wanted to be clear.
I would keep you and I would honor the balance that we have. Pythor goes, so there's no chance that we'll have to fight all of you off as we leave. And she goes, there's no chance. He goes, starts to walk it off.
How many of your tribe have tried to get rid of the firewalkers? Have any of your people tried?
Dozens. They are not clever. They just have gifts. They are dishonest, and they did not earn where they are. They did not earn how they are. But you have gifts too. You have a shaman. You have strength. And he points to Kraerin and Callista. She points to Kraerin and Callista. She goes, you have ones that you would be ready to sacrifice if danger came. You are ready.
I mean, I am already kind of promised to someone else, so I don't think I'm really a good candidate.
Cray just shrugs.
She just turns and points to Kraerin without unperturbed and goes, you do not fear death.
No.
You are ready. You're hungry and you would like a food first.
If the food is ready, then let's eat.
Prepare this. And she turns.
Before the slaughter.
She leads you all. There is a. Why do I keep getting these messages? There is a feast that afternoon. Various foods and drinks. Surprisingly, fine meats from across the island and wines and drinks that you would not be able to see elsewhere, from both the fruits and methods from them. They prepare this and they welcome you. I want to say they will ask to hear your story. They will basically, some of them across the evening will want to know, or afternoon, will want to know who you are and what brought you here. It is completely your option what you want to say.
Cray hates crowds, so will never speak. He'll just be in the background, being like,
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice to have Kyra here to kind of give us a nice little flourishy introduction. But Callista, you could probably do it.
I could try. I could absolutely try. It's gone so well up to this point. I'll do my best to kind of do the same thing that I have previously done when busking, which is I would like to use my lyre as my lute as a. I have a lyre. Would like to use my lute as like the somatic component for that and my words to basically use like minor illusion and thaumaturgy while like kind of performing a sort of abridged history of where we came from.
I want you to roll a performance check.
Okay. Emphasis on where we started with Sidon's
Good.
boar, just because it seems like it would be relevant here.
Now, are you? What's up?
Would I be
Reed?
able to assist with that just by adding hisses and clicks where I have learned appropriate?
I see what you're doing here, so I'm going to say you can roll. Let me see. What would be? I'm going to have you roll. No, you got the insight check. Yeah, you can give her advantage. You can give her advantage. Now, Allie, before I rule on this, are we assuming that they're getting like note for note caught up, like they've watched every session, or are we getting like,
No. This is very
like,
much
what do you want their
like
takeaway to be?
So this is kind of like the last week on, but like, or like maybe like the last season on, you get like the 5-minute chunk before the next season of the show. So basically the big moments, like being recruited by Versi, besting Sidon's boar, besting Lutheria's Cerberus, traveling the islands, that kind of stuff. Chosen to defeat the Titans, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
High level.
Perfect. Okay, I want you to roll a performance check for me.
Should we be telling them that we want to defeat the Titans?
Well, they don't like Sidon, so I'm assuming that's sorry, advantage, that's 23.
23. Okay, with that advantage in that story.
You are on fire today, Callista. Those dice.
Appropriately.
I never get to use performance. I have a plus 11.
Yes.
Leaving out anything where we say fuck Lutheria, right? Because I'm getting the impression that they want Lutheria, that they're kissing her
I just assumed they were talking about the trapped goddess. But
well,
yeah, I just kind of wanted to give like a brief overview of like what we're tasked to do and how the oath is coming to an end and we're trying to restore harmony post oath.
Balance, yeah.
At a 23, when this is done, the shaman or the queen of the tribe, whose name I forgot to give you is Vytha, Vytha. I forgot to give that earlier.
Wait. I rolled a d12. I rolled a d12 instead of a 20. And I got a 12 on it. And that was my high. Should I?
Go. 20?
Go. Okay.
Go.
It's a 12!
It all works out in the end.
Perfect.
Fatima, thank you for the subscription. I just noticed that. Yeah, so basically, you do this. They get more and more quiet and sort of reverent as this goes on until eventually they go from quiet to like cheering you on for each of the parts. At a 23, they are like by the end of this, they are on your side and excited for this. And Pythor leans over to Cray and goes, "I see it. I see him. Yeah, it makes sense."
Well, that's the reason why they're in love.
Yeah, I get it.
Don't fall in love with her too, Pythor. I mean, everybody loves Callista.
Her?
Isn't she amazing? Come on.
She's very gifted. I could crush her with one hand.
Yeah, but you
Bro,
wouldn't because
you
she's
tried
amazing.
to sleep with me when we first met. Get out of here.
This is a private conversation.
Oh, no, that was awesome.
And whether I would sleep with you and whether I would fall in love with you are two very different things.
This is true. This is fair.
This is a very horny episode, just saying.
However, crushing is a little more relevant in one case than the other. Just throwing it out there. Because now apparently I'm in the scene.
I was trying to have this conversation while you were telling the story, but I
appreciate
it. No, that's
started out as Allison. Somehow. Now I'm present.
Speaking of it, Callista, you are crushing it. This is an amazing performance.
I will say that.
Fantastic. And I'll just nudge Pythor.
I was like, yeah, I get it. So by the end of this, Vytha seems impressed, and she tells you, she thinks about this and tells you, you're fighting for your gods. And that is good. And the Titans are monstrous. And they don't they didn't come here. We were content to enjoy the passive presence of her beneath the volcano. But now Sidon has brought lies and arrogance. I would eat his throat. Does he have a throat?
It's a muddy thing.
I will eat his muddy throat.
Funny thing.
If you give us back the path to the Sleeping One, we will give you our respect and our force. You accept these terms?
I do.
I think that.
This is, yes. When you come back, we will have a sacrifice for you and in your honor. If you are truly successful, I will sacrifice my youngest son for you in your honor. And one of the other lizard folk stands up and goes, "Mother, that is unfair." And she goes, and she hisses at him and goes, "You will stop." And he says, "You promised me that I would be sacrificed." She said, "You should have tried harder." Pythor goes, "You could both be sacrificed to us. That's completely acceptable." She goes, "We will think about it." I don't think she's quite clocked that this. And Callista, did you spell out that this is Pythor, the god of battle?
No, I do
Okay,
not.
I think she just thinks he's like your muscle at this point.
Like,
She
I'm not
says-
actively hiding it. Like, I'm not lying about him. I'm just mostly talking about the four of us.
Yeah. So she says, when you are ready, you will be led to the mouth of the Sleeping One, and you will cut their muddy throats, and you will bring back victory. You are ready now.
How far is the journey?
Hours.
Hours. Excellent.
You are ready now.
We took a long rest, right?
This has been a short rest of time, but you can take a long rest if you want to and skip to the
I
next
think
day.
I don't
We
remember if we
have
did from
one.
before.
You've taken a long rest since you've done anything. Stat wise, I think the only thing you guys have used was Reed's comprehend languages.
I used aid when we got here.
Okay.
But if that was a short rest, I have my spell slot back. So
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just gonna make sure because I was like, I don't know if I had all my key points and stuff back. I just wanted to make sure.
There was something that you had given me and somebody else inspiration for last session.
That sounds
Oh.
familiar. I don't remember the context, but you
For
can have
this
it.
session, it was something we said or did that was like awesome. Like
Yeah, I believe that sounds familiar enough that I will.
but
let
I
you
don't
have
remember who it was. Me and who else?
I think it was.
I know it
like,
wasn't.
you
I think it was
and
Reed.
Euphemian, yeah, because of your kissing.
It. Yeah, that sounds
Oh.
right.
Oh, it was more than the kissing.
Well,
That actually doesn't sound right. I think it was Cray because you went through.
Oh.
It was the worship scenes you were doing.
Oh,
Ooh,
yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Oh, damn.
That's right. It was.
I'm good enough. I don't need no inspiration.
That's fair. The rest of you need it. That's
Oh,
fair.
Jesus.
Everybody make sure that you have your additional 5 to your hit point max.
Oh, right.
I believe I do. And that lasts for
I wrote
8
it
hours.
8 hours.
8 hours. So
Okay.
we should
Which
still be
is
good.
probably like down to 7 now if we've had a short rest.
Yeah,
or more.
at least.
Mhm.
No,
Okay.
So she's asking, she's offering to lead you guys there right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Or
I
you
just ate
guys-
so much.
Do
I
it.
mean, we've eaten and done all that stuff, right? We're
Yeah,
ready.
I don't think I've got anything else. I'm equipped with what I'm expecting to need, so...
You had left Arcades with Kyra, I assume?
No,
On the boat?
Arcades is
No,
with
Arcades
us.
is with you.
Yeah, because he's got to spend time.
Oh. Oh, right. You got him in your little backpack as a little baby carrier.
Reed, I am not going to go easy on you up at the volcano, so I am begging you from the bottom of my heart to outplay me. I love that little dragon way too much. Don't force my hand.
Sacrifice him.
What'd you say?
I said sacrifice him.
Yeet!
You know, that would be
Or would that be Kobe?
oh man.
So bad.
All right. One second. A lot of this a lot of what I wrote about the lizard folk was actually backwards because there's not a lot about how they work. But there was a line that she ends the feast by sacrificing her son, and I really just wrote backwards from there to the idea that this was not as monstrous as it seemed in the book, and just sort of built on their culture on that idea. So you guys travel upwards. Basically, what's going to happen is I am going to take you. Once you get to the mouth, it will be a let me see. It will basically be a large map, and I will move you around on it. Let me just double check some things. Let me set some things up here.
As you're doing that, I would just assume that at some point on our trek up through the jungle, there would be some sort of little pond or something that we would pass.
Okay.
I'm going to just say that I need like 5 minutes, and I'm going to go submerge myself because I'm going in a very, very dry environment, and I need to like soak up as much water as I can. So I'll take 5 minutes to do that, and then we can carry on.
Perfect. Let me double check some things here because I got a few numbers I got to roll out here. As I'm doing this, before I narrate arriving, is raise your hand if there's something you want to do. Actually, raise your hand if you're ready to be there. Let's put it that way. Okay. You guys get up to the map, and let me change this. Sorry, I have to lean out of frame for this sometimes. I have to optimize how I have this set up, but for the meantime, Reed, if you want to switch to map view in a second, because the heroes are now here. And you should have... Oh, is it revealing everything to you?
Yeah.
It is, yes.
It is. Okay, look away for just a moment. This game has betrayed me.
How dare it?
It doesn't have dynamic lighting turned on, and I don't know why it only does that sometimes. Okay, that should be better. You should be able to see that now. I am sorry about that. Thank you, game.
That's cool. Is it like a turtle shell?
That's
That-
a ladder out of bones.
You
That's
guys
cool.
approach and see at the top of this, as it gets intensely hotter, they show you, her soldiers show you a secret pathway up that she tells you is used for the king of the lizard folk, and that it is his secret entrance and exit, and that is because he is a coward. And if you can go in through there, you can immediately find him and kill him. That is the pathway you have now, a long skeletal remain of some snake from years ago. let me see. When you get there, I'm going to say, actually, as you're getting there, I do want to do one last thing. Krayarin, as you're walking, let me type this out to make sure I get this right. All right, there we go. I had to count out exactly 25. Kraven, you're going to get a sending message as you're walking, and you're going to hear this from a familial voice that says, "You did not want me at Themis. Darian has reached out to me. She's offered me her ear. She wishes my advice. Your thoughts?"
I kind of step away from the group, like as if, you're taking a call, but you're with your friends, but you can't. So
Hi,
I'm like,
sorry.
Why are you
Yeah,
calling me
yeah,
now?
sorry, I'm just in the middle of an adventure. I mean, just wait.
Everyone's family's embarrassing themselves right now. It's great.
Okay,
That's
let
why
me
you
think.
don't have
Oh.
Auntie, if you give your allegiance to her, as she is the rightful leader, then go. But always be on your guard. I love you.
She hears you. As the worst work of sending, she cannot respond unless you send another spell somehow. But she has received this.
Then I go back to my friends. Hey guys, sorry, I had to do a call. I'm so sorry. Put my cell phone, my sending stone away.
Could you put it on
Okay.
mute?
I know. Hey,
Pythor goes.
Sina! No, I'm kidding.
Pythor says, "Do you know how
She
many
didn't have it on
people?"
speaker.
Pythor says, "Do you know how many people are praying to me right now? Focus,
Can you
focus."
not have me praying to you right now?
I'm just generally aware that it's happening.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it can be a little much at times, especially when you get used to one prayer to help me slay my enemies, help me win this kingdom, help me take over this, and then later it becomes, there's a goat stuck in the trenches, or there's help me fix my my oven, or things like it. It gets very disappointing after a couple centuries. So
People pray to you for their oven and not Vulcan. And we can talk about this later.
people pray to me forever. Would you pray to that man? You've met him. Would you pray to that man?
I mean, I wouldn't because I've met him, but before I met him, I might have.
Old Town knows how crazy he is.
Do they all know
I mean,
that
but if-
he's that Vulcan?
I don't know if they believe him. I don't know if I believe him a lot of the time. If he was that Vulcan before, he's definitely not now.
We can talk more about this later. I have so many
Okay.
questions. Anyway, let's focus, right?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a reminder to audience and some of the players, Pythor may not fully be in on that secret about Vulcan's sanity. So anyway,
I wasn't there for that conversation. Whoops.
that's right. So they lead you up, and you get up to this entrance. It is swelteringly hot. I am sorry, Kiki. It is swelteringly hot. You see these bones leading
I'm
downstairs.
gonna turn into jerky by the end of this. Let's fucking do it.
Wonderful. And you see on the bridge right here, looking out at the it's called a caldera, is the term that I used or learned. The crater down below. There's a lizard folk just watching, staring, not really paying attention. and he looks up at some of the pterodons flying high above the volcano. He has not noticed you for the moment.
Why is Euphemian out front? Euphemian, get your ass
Oh, you
behind
guys can rearrange your tokens however you want. That was
Kiki's
so
definitely
random.
out front. I should be out in front too.
Mhm.
Let's
Pythor
put
can
Pythor.
stay behind. Protect the I want to be like behind Kiki.
Well, it's because I was walking on kind of on the edge of the thing. I don't want to do that. Oh.
Just charge him into the volcano.
Pythor goes, so this is where you kill them all and I get to watch, right?
I mean, you're gonna let us have all the fun?
Well, they worship Sidon. This is a Sidon issue.
I could try talking to him first if you'd like.
Oh, fuck you. I'm sorry. That was rude. I'm sorry.
Already said no twice. Anyway, gonna come right back to this. So I could try maybe just like giving him a little, I don't know, like a suggestion, you know what I'm saying? Just like
You know.
maybe he could take us to his leader. What do you think?
Do we want
Okay, she's speaking in riddles. You guys do this.
I mean, we could always give it a try. Take me to your leader.
Do you have the ability to make a suggestion that lasts that long?
8 hours.
Was this friends or?
It's called suggestion.
Oh,
8 hours.
get it.
What?
Yeah.
It lasts. Oh wow.
Is a so.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
willing to let you give it a try.
Yeah, absolutely. If not,
All right,
then we
well,
can
if
just
someone
lead
wants
him
to
into the
maybe-
volcano.
Yeah, maybe just like be ready in case he tries to hurt me.
Yeah,
I'll be right
Kiki,
behind
let's
you.
do it. I start shaking out
I
my
think he
fists. Like, what was that one meme we were talking about?
Yeah. Reloading your fists. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, so he needs to hear and understand me.
Oh,
And he's within 30 feet. So let's give it a shot. I'll kind of start to move down toward him and just, hey, hi. I think you should take us to speak with your king.
I need you. He needs to make a what? A wisdom saving throw.
Saving throw of 16.
Well, let's see this. Hold on. Let me reactivate my D&D Beyond extensions. So I thought it was. I studied this whole thing and then I forgot to like study specific how to run specific rooms. Like I've read this whole thing cover to cover and a couple other chapters, and then I just completely forgot how to run this. So I apologize for the load times. He looks at you and he goes, "I'll take you to the leader. All of you. The tall
All of
one.
it.
He's to be sacrificed." Pythor
You
goes,
said
no. And he goes, come with me, and walks you guys, leads you down here. Everybody that moves down there, move your token down onto the bridge.
Mhm.
I'm gonna actually probably end up there just based on how this works.
So, and then Pythor will move along with you. As you guys, he pushes open this carved hole in this giant tortoise shell, and you see into this room, this large throne room, and inside it you see a lizard king sitting on the throne on a raised platform in the middle of the room. He is listening to an advisor. He is very bored as he drums his fingers sort of on this staff that he has, this very beautiful ornate staff, and across from the room, you see a large fiery reptilian creature watching and listening to him that you'd immediately recognize as a salamander.
Good.
And even with all these descriptions, this strange sight within this turtle shell and the salamander, this lizard king and his surprisingly beautiful weaponry and equipment, the strangest thing you see is a very tiny copper-colored dragon snoring at the bottom at his feet, curled up, snoring peacefully. And the lizard folk says, Junker, you have guests, and I wanted to show them to you. And the king turns and says, I didn't invite guests, and certainly not from that walkway. Why would you do this? And he says, I wanted to show them to you. He goes,
I just think they're neat.
yeah, basically. And he goes, let them in. Also, go to the other room. Await your punishment. He goes, I just wanted to show them to you. And just sort of leaves and sort of walks out bewildered.
Thank you.
And sort of walks away. You guys can move into this room here. Let me reveal each of them. And as you walk in, yep.
It's
Why
very
are they
big.
in?
I moved into the room. I didn't see where anything was.
Wouldn't you be like more out there? I don't know.
Yeah, probably. It's fine.
Euphemian, where do you want to go?
Fuck away.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna be sort of out here.
I mean, I can move forward then.
All right, is that where everyone's final position?
Yeah,
Where is Euphemian here? Oh.
Euphemian, you're staying outside? Okay. Pythor just comes in. Pythor is not afraid. He just goes and stands next to the salamander, looks up at him, kind of like this. Like Pythor's probably wrestled like 5 of those. What do you say?
Great. Oh, I was just gonna make room. I mean, could come in if he wants.
Yeah, I moved out. I moved out of the way.
Hey, Fatima, we reached our Boogaloo goal about 20 minutes into this. It was pretty great. We're going to set up a new one. The dragon is still there. I actually will say that the little copper wormling leans up and sniffs in your direction briefly, and then just sort of goes back to sleep. And the Lizard King looks at him for a second and goes, "You've trespassed. There are no guests that enter from there. You've trespassed. You have a good explanation that you will share."
We've come with a
Because-
proposal for the rest of the tribes in the area. They wish access to the volcano.
If they wish access, they would give sacrifices to the false ones. We made a deal, and we give sacrifices to our Titan. We can't allow that.
Well, that hardly seems charitable.
I was known as charitable. Again, one of those questions, like, did I ever say that was me? He goes, you came here. Were you sent? You see, he comes here, he goes, you were sent to kill me. They've sent people to talk to me. Those people They screamed, and they pleased Sidon. You will please Sidon if you are dishonest with me.
We were sent to kill you. We are satisfied to negotiate access. But if that's a problem for you,
It's not a problem for me. You will tell me your offer. I will decide if it is a good offer. And if it is not a good offer, then you will be a good offering. And the salamander straightens up and watches each of you, and Pythor looks at him and rolls his eyes. And the shaman watches each of you, sizes you up, and he says, "Speak carefully. Make your offer memorable, or I'll make sure that your screams are." And that is where we'll stop for the break for right now. I will see you guys at about 8:45.
That's good because me as Cray is already getting his backup from this disrespect he's getting, that Euphemian is getting from the salamander or from the lizard folk.
Those are up already.
Oh yeah, he's already like.
If you've seen The Good Place, it's season 3, when Janet goes, "Screw this, let's fight," and just like comes in and starts laying everybody out.
well, that's basically what I was planning for my next sentence, but
Mm.
Well, we'll
All right,
see. We'll get back to it. We'll get back to it.
We can jump back to that. I love that. I will see you guys in about 15 minutes. I got to go step away and prepare some things. I'll see you guys very soon.
Bye. See you guys.
Bye. Hi, welcome back. We are joining the heroes. Welcome back to Roll for Ball. I'm a DMB competence, and I don't think there's a single person in the audience that joined during the break. So I'm just gonna jump into it. Our heroes are at the top of a volcano arguing with Jonkor, the Firewalker Lizard King. That's a hell of a title. Essentially over pedestrian access, really. Wildly out of control.
Walkable cities are an important, thing to have in modern days.
Yeah,
infrastructure and all that. You got to think about the walkability.
infrastructure. So they now speak to Jonkor, who has a small copper dragon at his feet. And as I was saying to someone in the chat, dragons are not completely unheard of, but there's a lot of context for why they're a big deal in this campaign. The Dragonlords, it being the name of the campaign. A salamander nearby emitting sweltering heat, a lizard shaman. Jonkor, Euphemian has said that he has a proposal. Jonkor basically said, "You get one proposal, and then my counter proposal, if I don't like it, will be shoving all of you into a volcano." Raise your hand if you're good to go. All right. He stares intently at Euphemian, waiting for a response.
I have a proposal. If you will wait for me, and I'm going to reach into my bag.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
He
grab
eyes you.
the yellow gem. I'm going to hold it over my head. And I'm going to cast it. I'm going to summon the Earth Elemental behind his throne.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't even have art for that. I was so profoundly unready. That is phenomenal. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take some Earth Genasi art that I have here. Let me see if I can. I'm just going to throw it down. I'm going to throw it down there. It's not good. Hold on, wait. Let me see. Let me find an elemental.
Looks entirely too happy.
Too happy. Let's find a more unpleasant one. Can you pull up the Earth Elemental stats and throw them my way real fast? I'm pretty sure you'll have them faster than I would.
Sure.
I have them here. I send them now. Yee!
Okay.
Oh, stop being stupid.
I'm trying.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Wait, what?
Okay.
Okay, I got one for you. You summon this. Are you okay with this being a bombastic affair?
Sure.
Or did you want this to be subtle?
Well, I'm basically, this guy is gonna pop up, and his first task is going to be to beat the shit out of the stupid Lizard King.
Okay, so you break this, then as I will do sometimes in your disadvantage, I will now do in your favor of sort of, indulge my timing. This isn't going to be precise. You don't need to use reacts or anything. But as you break this, there is nothing for a moment. There is no sound for a moment. And then you hear rumbling on the earth behind him, on the shell behind him. And then almost as if it was always there, this giant obsidian fist breaks out of the ground. Or this obsidian claw breaks out of the ground, props itself up, thing reaches up, pulls itself up, this stone beast looking something earthly and yet entirely not of this world, bursts out, towers over him. Let me look at the stats for the earth element. It is large, so let's make it large.
Oof.
As it stands, that works. Stands behind him, 126 hit points, 17 natural. Good lord. And we're gonna put some numbers on there. And he turns. And he turns and looks at this thing and hisses. Please tell me the microphone picked that up.
No.
No.
We just saw your
Hiss.
face.
This is at him as the elemental moves forward, and it sounds like, it would sound like a roar, but it's honestly just the powerful grinding of all of these rocks together, making almost an earthquake entirely in this space. He raises the staff, and this is very rapidly the battle for this island. Motherfuckers, let's roll some initiative.
Yes, I love that. You should say that every time, motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see if the virtual dice hate me as much as they usually do.
I'm 16.
Then you
Nah,
shouldn't even
I'm
be
gonna
here.
Roll like shit. Fucking 10.
14's not bad.
And where's Earth Elemental? Not great. 6 for the Earth Elemental.
All right, I already rolled for the elemental. I got 11.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it's
Sounds
way
better than mine.
Yeah.
And that was 16 for
6 or
Kiki.
11.
If you hold on a second, I'm gonna type all these in. If you guys aren't on the board, just let me know in a second. Because I got a lot of numbers to track here.
Oh yeah.
This is good music for it.
I like the music. It's
Okay.
good music.
Okay, raise your hand if you're okay. So that's Callista that's Kiki's the only one on there right now. Kiki, what is your initiative?
16.
16.
Right.
16?
Yes, 16.
Where's Pythor? Oh, yep, there he
Up
is.
top.
Just kidding.
Yeah, Daddy.
We're all just gonna know that you said that.
There's a lot of daddies that's been happening in the
Stop
past
putting
few
me in that
episodes.
Daddy 1 and
Yeah, I
Daddy
know.
2 is here in this room. So Pythor,
There's-
Daddy 1, Euphemia, and Daddy 2.
Wow.
I can't go with that. Where are the rules on this?
I don't know why I thought you were going to say, where are the rules on Daddy?
You know, when there's
No,
daddies, there's always got to be rules.
safe words, you know. Y'all are terrible. You're corrupting me is the problem.
What?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I'm sure
That's funny.
we've all
That's funny.
we've all been corrupted. It's all great. That's the reason why we get along so well.
So what's the one common element? Ben.
That's
Right?
fair.
Exactly. It's true.
You're right, and you should say it.
I think you should get double inspiration for that, Kiki.
Pythor's turn. He turns and he looks and goes, okay, so I can't kill anything or fight anything because that's Sidon's business. And he turns and he has his axe on his back and he leaves his axe there and he turns to the salamander and goes, so what if you and I just talk? And he reaches over and tries to grab the salamander by the throat. He grabs it and the salamander looks at him, hisses and roars. And you see Pythor's arms just get engulfed in flames. And he roars back and pulls back. And goes... and you see like the burn marks and like the scarring immediately starting to form on his arm. And he goes... yes! He rolled a nat 1, which means which means he only got a 23. But by the rules of combat, that does still mean he missed. The salamander does heat damage to anybody that touches him. So this is 11 points of damage to Pythor, and he is more than happy to be taking damage in combat again. That is the best case scenario. He is home. Kiki, it is your turn.
Okay.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. Fatima is watching out for you guys. She has made a tribute, and you guys have a blessing that one of you can redeem at any time. An extra 1d4 on any roll.
Thank you.
And if you're watching this and you have points in the form of bacon below, you can buy boost for the heroes. They have saved the heroes' lives before, so don't be shy. Kiki, go ahead.
I swear you said in the form of bacon blow. Wow.
Bacon below.
You know,
That's good bacon.
I mean, whoever, bacon can be real good.
I've been issue with my hearing lately.
Mhm.
So it's not just selective hearing then. You mean it's actual.
So Kiki will go ahead and enter her rage. And she will froth at the gills and she'll get her big Dungeness crab claws.
Get him, Kiana!
And then I am going to go ahead and... Oh, I got something here. Claws plus rage. All right, let's push this. So I'm going to go ahead and first of all, I am going to just shimmy on over to the big lizard king dude. And then I am going to go ahead and take a swipe at him, and that is... Oh, wait, that's the damage. Never mind. Okay, wrong button. I'm going to go my claws for... Oh, no. Oh, gosh, it does look weird. I guess that's how it comes out. But that's a 13.
That's what she said.
So it's a 13 for the first one.
You swing at him and with the claws, and as you do, he blocks with the cane, surprisingly swift and adept with it, with the staff. And as he does, you notice, and you hear rumbling in the sky in the distance when he blocks.
Of course. So I'm gonna go with my other claw. I'm gonna try and get him from the other side. That one is a 10. What the hell?
You swing and he twirls and blocks it over there. And you see the storm clouds gather as he does.
We're underground or inside a cave, aren't we?
You're at the top of a volcano.
Oh, so it's open sky above us?
Yes.
Oh, I thought we were indoors. Oh, okay.
Are we in a shell?
What was that?
Aren't we in a shell?
Oh yeah, you are in the shell. You are in the shell. You're right. This part you're in the shell, but you would hear the storm. That's fair.
Okay,
well, then you imagine there are clouds.
I'm gonna go for my third shot, and that's another 13. What the heck?
He blocks each of them, and as he does,
It's too hot in here.
as he does, you see lightning ripple up the staff. Is there anything else you want to do on this turn?
I'm just gonna say fuck, and that's it.
All right. Let me see.
Damn.
Let me see. Do you have your axe on you?
It's on my back because I got crab claws.
Okay. I need you. What was it? Hi, Allie. The shaman looks at you, hisses, and says, "This space is ours, intruder." And he holds up his hands to you, and lightning passes between all of his fingers. And as it does, you begin to feel your back crackle and burn and blister with heat. And he casts heat metal.
I get a counterspell.
As you snap and counterspell, breaking the lightning, and he turns, looks at you, and hisses,
So sorry.
"You're not." That's all he has for banter. That's it. Let me see. I told you guys this battle can get really weird. And lastly, he's gonna turn and step over to Euphemian.
Attack of opportunity.
Go for it.
Hey Ben, can I ask a quick question?
No.
Is it too late to use my reaction on Pythor's Nat 1?
Very. Are you trying to do the epic thing?
Yeah, an epic verse.
Okay, yeah, you do the epic verse. Yeah. Do your attack. Kiki, what'd you get?
That's a 24.
Whoa. Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
6 plus 2 of my rage bonus, so 8.
You slash him as he stumbles away, staggers away, this time looking more at Euphemian, sort of eyeing Euphemian curiously. And Euphemian, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to withdraw my sword.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to go through, with my sword in hand, green fire is going to start sparking out of my mouth. I'm going to bring the blade up, and as I lick the blade, green fire comes all the way up the blade. I'm going to cast Green Flame Blade, and I'm going to attack the shaman.
Wonderful. And that just, in the end, it increases your damage and makes it fire type, right? Go for it. Yeah. That is lovely.
Okay. It's a 21.
21 hits. Roll for damage.
Okay. I'm just going to roll the base damage, and then I'll add on the extra d8s. So that's 9.
Mm-hmm.
With an additional 2, so 11.
You hit him for 11, and you immediately slash him, and almost all the fight goes out of him as he stumbles back, really not expecting a magic user to be so much above him, or to have a sword. Watching you. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'm going to spit the last of the fire out at his feet. And say, "You're not the only one who likes fire."
You said it very creepily, too.
Yeah. Let me see here. Okay. Give me 1 second as I mismatched a bunch of my things. The Jonker says something. I don't think your comprehend languages is still in effect, is it?
It's only an hour, so I would.
Yeah, it'd be gone. He says something as the brass dragon runs over here and breathes and hisses, and you don't see what this breath is, but I need all of you, including Pythor, to make a con save, except for Kiki.
Is it his hissing language or is it draconic?
You know, he's just breathing, hissing at you. Like it's.
No. Like he said something, so I was asking if he was.
What are you trying to? What have you got?
Oh no, just I wanted to know what he said to the dragon. If it was in draconic.
Okay, so you know draconic. You know draconic. He didn't say. He said something in lizard in the lizard folk language.
That was what I was asking. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Con save. All right.
You said I don't need to.
You do not need to. Everybody else needs to put their answer in the chat, though.
It's 10.
Mm-hmm.
11.
All right. My chat's being weird. Pythor looks and goes, "It's a cute little thing. Do you really think that?" And falls onto the floor. As does Euphemian. And everybody that made below an 11 falls into sleep.
Crying out loud.
And the dragon hisses and arches its back. And that is its turn. Callista, it is your action.
So it would be an action to wake up a sleeping companion, correct?
Yep. Yes, it is.
I gotta do this first. I'm gonna cast Bless on Euphemian, Kiki, and Crayrin.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to give man, I was gonna give Euphemian Bardic, but let's give Crayrin Bardic then. You know what? No, fuck it. I'm gonna give Kiki Bardic, and I'm just gonna say, everything he's doing is incredibly hot right now. You have to make sure that he stays alive. And then I will just amend, and I'll just say, can we pretend I said that in verse? Tell Kyra I said that in verse. And then, yeah, Kiki, you've got Bardic, and I'm giving you, Epic Reflexes, which means that you have advantage on dexterity saves that affect multiple targets.
I suppose it's too late for me to retroactively claim that bless, huh?
Sadly.
I mean, you'll have it when you wake up.
Well, there was
For
the one from
Fatima.
Fatima.
Oh, that one.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Is that it for your turn, Callista?
I am going to stay where I'm at. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I'm at. So, yeah, it's my turn.
Jonker looks at Kiki and says, "I have been blessed by a titan." And he raises the staff and it crackles and you hear the entirety of a storm as he swings to bring it down on you. And now I'm going to make some rolls. The first one you dodge. What's your armor class?
19.
God damn. He rolled high, but you're Kiki. He swings and blocks. I'm gonna say as you How do you dodge this? How does that appear in your head?
Let's make it look like some sort of dance, like a ballet pirouette or slash matrix kind of.
So he's gonna. Okay, so he's gonna move. Oh, sorry. Let me move this. He's gonna move over here, swinging at you. Let me see. Is taking a chance, swinging at you as you're moving and dodging, and he swings once and slams into the staff. It hits the ground, missing you. As it hits you, you see lightning burst up from the ground around you and barely miss you.
Thanks to Callista's epic reflexes, that's what I'm saying is helping me here.
And he looks at you as his face darkens, and says, "You will scream." And that is his turn. The Earth Elemental. Do you control it or do I control it?
It goes based off of the command, which would have been attack the Lizard King.
Okay, so I'm going to interpret that in good faith. Okay, so he's basically, this thing is going to, yeah, he's just going to reach up his hands, and as he reaches up his hands, they grow in size bigger and bigger until he reaches and slams them down upon this guy. Let me roll the numbers. The Lizard King jumps out of the way of the first one, but the second one hits and hits him for 12 points of damage, striking him, and he blocks it with a staff and buckles down to his knees as he takes 12 points of damage. This thing stands and again grinds the stones together so it sounds like a roaring sound as it prepares to smash down on him again. Rin, it is your action.
Okay, so I see Pythor in front of me. I see probably Euphemian leaning, I don't know, against the wall or something. So I'm gonna be like, oh, for fuck's sakes! And I'm gonna go and punch Pythor.
Okay. You punch Pythor and wake him up, and as you punch him, he goes, that wasn't a hit.
I'm like, focus! And I'm
Fine.
gonna go move over here, and then I'm going to take my second attack and actually hit this guy.
The dragon wormling or the salamander?
The salamander.
All right. Let's go for it.
So I'm gonna hit the salamander here for wait, how do I do this again? My punch stuff. Where's my punching stuff? There it is.
This is your bonus action, right? So just be one unarmed strike.
No, because I'm assuming that I did 2 attacks because I attacked Pythor first.
It's an action to wake him up, but you're not unless you want to attack and roll for damage.
That was what I was wanting
Okay,
to do.
roll. Okay, well then roll attack with advantage.
Okay.
Remember what happened with Kiki last time you tried to do this?
I know. Ugh, it's not, my stupid thing isn't going. So I'm just gonna go and try hitting it with my unarmed strike. I'm just gonna try both.
Okay, 8. You rolled an 18. So roll 1d6 plus 5.
Yeah, it's 26, I think.
Yeah, you hit him.
Advantage. I don't know if that's 1d6 plus 5. I think so.
It is. So you hit him for 6 points of damage as he wakes up and goes, wait, whose side am I on? Whose side am I on? What's happening?
You fell asleep. Focus.
I'm sleeping through my first battle in a century.
I know, right? And then I go and punch the salamander next.
Go for it. Roll your attack roll. This is part of your main attack then, correct? Okay, go.
Yeah, so that's my first attack. This is my second attack. And
16 hits.
Hit for the salamander, and the salamander is 11. I assume I'm going to take some damage from the fire.
You hit him as you're striking him. Your hands begin to feel blistering heat as well, and yes, you take 11 heat damage as well.
Did you add your D4?
For what?
Bless to your attack.
She already hit.
Oh, it's just for hitting.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
for damage, yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry,
So-
I just meant I thought 11.
Hey, I'm at 69. Nice. Okay.
Nice.
After
Pythor goes, nice.
and then I'm going to use my flurry of blows
Mm-hmm.
so that I can dance away.
Mm-hmm.
and I want to use my flurry of blows on Euphemian and the shaman.
Oh, this is great. Okay, so hit Euphemian. Roll to hit Euphemian first. Roll with advantage.
Okay, so
Isn't Euphemian already awake?
No.
nope.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I'm just gonna do it using
Unarmed strike with advantage.
strike,
Yeah.
because it's just not
All right,
making me
roll
do.
damage.
Okay, so 12. I don't think
All
that
right, roll
hits,
damage.
does it?
Oh wait, hold on, wait. You rolled an 18 and a 12, I thought. Oh no, wait, yeah, you rolled a 12 and a 12.
I'm gonna use
I'm
my
gonna say
bless for that as well.
Mhm.
Is that possible?
Yeah, use your bless to hit your sleeping teammate, please. Actually, but
So 15.
hold on. Oh. You have a 12 and it's a 1d4 is the bless. His armor class is 17. There's nothing that can get there. So I'll give you a chance to take that back because there's no reason to do that attack. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna try hitting him again because I don't really care about the shaman right now. I'm just gonna
Okay.
go and try to hit Euphemian again.
Okay.
Wake up! And then I really hate the fact
I'm
that
gonna-
my keyboard isn't working.
I'm gonna say that when you're trying to hit him, like the salamander, the shaman is like basically like trying to intercept your attacks. Like he's basically getting what you're doing, trying to intercept. So roll your attack. Roll, give it advantage.
Okay. Why won't my stupid thingy
It's a
work?
critical hit if they're unconscious. Oh, okay. Craig, can you roll another 1d6 then for how much damage you did to Pythor?
Oh,
And you guys can, Allie, you can tell me that if you notice that in the chat. Like you can shout it out because I'm not always watching the chat.
Okay, 1d6.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just don't want to.
2.
Yeah, please interrupt me with that. Okay, so does it hit automatically if they're asleep too? I thought it just had advantage.
It has advantage.
Okay, yeah. So roll again then for the attack
Okay.
with advantage.
Okay, so hit with advantage on
Mhm.
Euphemian.
Mhm.
God, I could need to wake you guys up.
That hits. Roll 2d6 plus 3.
Okay, finally. I'm sorry, it just doesn't do advantage for whatever reason on me. Okay, so unarmed strike on Monsieur Euphemian.
You hit him. It's 1d6 plus 5, so roll another 1d6.
Oh, 1d6. Oh, sorry,
As you help-
Euphemian.
As you
Well, I was just
helpfully
gonna
wake
wake him up on my turn.
as you helpfully wake him up with 15 damage, you feel one of Cray's like legendary like palm strikes like hit you like right in the chest, and suddenly you're like awake, like almost like a clear like but like what is it, a defibrillator that was designed by Sidon basically. So it's like it's your chest as you as you
Kyron's
wake up.
sake!
I'm sorry, you guys need to focus. God, you're giving us men a bad name. And then I use my disengage action because of my flurry of blows. And I want to reposition myself. Fuck it. I want to reposition myself in the middle. No, he hates it when I'm in the middle. I'm going to go over beside.
Who?
Don't set me up for that.
I'll go beside the shaman guy because then I can go right in and hit.
Just stop talking now. Because you're just saying worse.
I'm just wanting to go. Never. You know what? I just realized what I'm saying. I'll just shut up. Then it's my turn, Ben. Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, I love you, Chad. Jeez.
So the salamander reaches out, and forming in its hand is a spear of pure fire, and it just takes this and it jabs it at Pythor, who just moving towards Pythor almost in like so swiftly jabbing, and as quickly as he does, Pythor's blocked it with his mithril axe. It was on his back a second ago. Blocks it and goes, "I can still defend myself." And then the salamander sweeps at his tail, and Pythor moves back, and you see like his full like grace of the god of battle just blocking everything as he's moving backwards. Both of those attacks miss.
Yeah,
as the
Pythor,
salamander-
focus! Woo!
Pythor looks at the thing and goes, "Okay, well," he goes, "Well, what if I don't kill it?" Or he goes, "Sometimes you gotta think tactically." He goes, "You know what? I recover pretty nicely. And he puts the axe back on his back and dives in with both hands to grab this guy again. And let me see. Oh no, wait, hold on, that's not the right one. Cray, your fists are considered magical, right? It's for something else I'm checking.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
For like combat and stuff. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
He reaches.
That's why Seema loves me so well.
Mm-hmm. And you just hear Pythor just sort of roaring in like joyful rage as he grabs the salamander and lifts him up and goes, "You're facing the god of battle," and you see his arms just blistering and burning, and he does not give a shit as the salamander is grappled. And let me see, let me hold him there. And he looks up at him and goes, "Is this all you've got? An elemental?" And Kiki, it is your action.
Okay, I am going to look at Junkyard Guy, who's between Euphemian and Crayon, and I'm going to say, "I am the daughter of the god of battle. I scream for no one." And I will turn around back to the Lizard King, and I'm going to attempt. There are exceptions, Callista.
Under my breath, I'd be like, "Kyra would be so proud."
Pythagoras, what are the exceptions? Who hurt you?
I'm ignoring that comment, and I am trying to focus, get my claws on the staff on the king in front of me. The Lizard King, I want to try to grab his staff. Because have you ever tried to take something out of a crab claw? What we're going with.
I'm going to say disarming is... disarming's a fighter move. And also, I don't want you to do this. I'm going to...
I'm a barbarian and fighter, so...
No, it's a... Wait, hold on. No, fuck you. Hold on. Let me see what you got. I forgot you're a fighter, too.
She's even a battle master.
You don't have the fighting style for disarming, do you? Please say no. You don't. There is a disarming style, and you don't have it, and I'm going to lean on that because I really want him to have this. I got to be above board on this. You can try and grapple him. I would say you can grapple him or grapple the staff and try and hold him in place that way. But yeah. Let me see. Let me look up Battle Master here. Let me see what I can do for you, because I don't want to cheat you. I'm scared of you, but I don't want to cheat you. Yeah, the disarming attack is a Battle Master skill that you don't have. But you have goading and bait and switch and repost. You can try and grapple him, but that's the best you got for right now. Sorry. Wait, option rule for disarming. Hold on. Fatima's Ace Attorney for you. Give me 1 second.
Oh, yes.
Fatima is fucking just screaming objection and diving in. So let me see.
Yeah, I was looking that up too, because I know I've disarmed before.
Let me see. So you make a dexterity, an athletics, or acrobatics check against the attacker. But the attacker has disadvantage if they're holding him with 2 or more hands. So you can make an athletics or acrobatics check against him with disadvantage, is what we can do, because Fatima is your lawyer.
But she's raging, so it would be even.
You get advantage on acrobatics and athletics checks while you're raging? Is everybody just going to litigate me into a grave? What's happening here?
Sorry, but yes, what I was thinking too.
Rage gives advantage on any strength
check. So it's a straight athletics check against their athletics or acrobatics. All
A
right.
straight athletics. Okay. Straight, not advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled very high. I'm going to warn you right now.
25. Ooh, add your bless. Add your bless. Oh wait, can you add bless?
She got a 10. She got a 10 because it's not with advantage. So it's the first
Wait.
number.
Wait, I'm confused. I thought it was that they make an attack roll contested by the check.
Wait, hold on. What's happening? Everybody, hold on. Everybody, hold on.
Objection!
Nobody.
I have nothing
No.
to hold on to. I'll hold on to my bacon. My
No.
bacon container.
Hold on to your bacon, folks, because we're rules lawyering for our lives. Let me see. The attacker makes an attack roll contested by the target's strength. Okay, yeah, y'all get it. Y'all get it. Okay, so let me see. But your attack roll, that's actually
But
not
she can't
to her
add plus to an
advantage.
attack roll.
The bless that Fatima added to be on
Oh,
your
my-
side, I guess. Oh, your bless
My
now.
bless.
So
Wait,
she
what do you
would. Fatima's bless is a plus 1d4 from the offerings from the audience, and that's
Mhm, and
universally
my bless
applicable.
1d4 to an
She
attack.
gave me a blessing and bardic, and I also have inspiration, so I can cash in
Okay.
every fucking thing.
I will tell you right now. You have a 10. I rolled an 18 plus 3 for him, so I have a 21. If you want to try and get to a 21, you can. I've conceded all of this, but now at this point we're just at fair dice rolls, and that's the best I can give you. Do you want to take it, or do you want to let it go for this turn?
Do it.
Reed, what do you
Do
think?
it.
Okay. Okay.
Everybody here is fucking just Ace Attorney. If you guys have ever seen like the final battles of Ace
Okay,
Attorney, they feel like
so-
this.
Bless is a 1.
Is that Fatima's bless or the blessing spell from
That's my
Callisto?
man.
That was Callista's bless.
Okay.
Bardic inspiration is 4.
So you're at 15.
I'm up to 15.
You need to get 6
And then-
more for this to work.
And what is my inspiration? What do I roll for that?
It gives you advantage.
Oh no, it lets you roll again. No. You just roll another 1d20. Just straight up roll another 1d20. Or another
Just
athletics
another-
check. Another athletics check
attack,
without
right?
advantage.
Okay. Okay.
That was an
Well,
attack.
I
Yeah.
I
Thought it was
click
an
it just once, but it gives me the advantage for some reason.
Okay, so her athletics and her attack are the same, so it's the same difference. So you got a 16 plus 1 is 17 plus 4 is 21.
Sorry, Ben.
Every one of you
High five
fucking
to my lawyer!
every one of you fucking baton past that from blessings to power rolls to semantics to rule citations. That was the ultimate. That was like the what was it? That was like the Power Rangers move of like the Ultron thing at the end, but like with pedantry. It was incredible.
To be fair, Fatima also rules lawyered Euphemian into 15 points of damage.
As you get this, so Kiki, you fucking earned this. Can you please describe knocking the weapon out? I am not giving you the weapon. It goes on the floor, but you can
That's
fucking.
okay. But basically, I'm gonna go with one crab claw,
Mhm.
one crab claw, and like twist it out of his hands,
Mhm.
and it goes flying, hopefully behind the elemental.
Toss that bitch like a saber.
So you want to send it flying?
If I can. for
I'm gonna
sure.
do you one. I'm gonna roll a 1d8, and those are the cardinal directions, and that's where it lands. And in relation to him, is that fine?
Oh, okay, sure.
If anybody has objections to that, man, let me know. I'm trying to add, not give trouble. I have conceded.
If it comes
Oh,
flying to me,
bro.
could I use my reaction?
1,
to
2,
try
3, 4,
to-
5. Okay. No, it's not coming to you. Cray, I
Damn.
love you.
I was
I
gonna
love you,
like
Cray.
do the deflect missiles or whatever.
Yeah, no, that would be great. Let me see. Let me see. I'm looking for a staff.
Ah,
None of these things are giving me the tokens I need. Okay, let's see. Let's use this. Nope, that's terrible. Y'all are the worst, and I love every one of you. The staff lands right here, and I will give it a little aura of 3 feet of.
Thank you, Fatima.
that was awesome.
I
Got
rolled a
him
5.
up for the win.
I rolled a 5, and counting from you, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going clockwise. And as it lands on the floor, and he looks and lets out a panic shriek because for some reason it never occurred to him that would be possible. Is there anything else you want to do with your bonus action or anything?
So that would use up all my attacks, right? That would be like my one action.
That's your attack act. That was your attack action, yeah.
Unless you
Okay.
action surge.
Well, that's
Reed,
kind of what I'm wondering.
what is your address? What is your address, Reed? I need to discuss something with you.
Big pile of.
I mean, I already know I have action surge, and I was definitely wanting to consider. I think now is as good a time as any, so I will go ahead and action surge.
I am undone. Please
And
continue.
We're gonna go ahead, and now I'm going for his neck or anything that I can get. So that's
Go for his muddy
the
throat.
first.
Yeah. 16
Yep.
hits. Roll for damage.
Okay, here's for the muddy throat. So 7 on the first one.
Mm-hmm. As he takes 7, screams out.
That's right.
Mhm.
Scream.
Fatima, I still love you, and also thank you for the donation. You guys are amazing and terrible. You didn't even use Fatima's blessing for that. You didn't even get there.
Nope.
Oh, that's right. Euphemian
It's Ali's.
wanted to use it, but it was too late.
You just
Yeah, Callista with the blast. Woo!
you used Fatima's litigation instead. Okay, what else you got?
Okay, so I rolled a 12 for this one.
Mm-hmm. The 12. He blocks that. I'm just
But
going
I
to say that
still
he.
have Callista's bless. It's not a one-time thing, right? It's for as long as it's up.
Every
I
attack.
thought it was a bardic Go.
I did use my.
It was
bardic.
both, but bless is still going.
Go.
So that brings me up to a 14.
14 does not hit.
Okay, and then we're gonna go for my third claw attack.
Yes.
And that one is a dirty 20.
That one hits.
And that's
there
going to
was-
be 6, 8. So 8 with my rage bonus on the king.
8 with the rage was also what was it? Tammy's mom wants to point out she sent you guys heroic resilience, which can be used at a moment's notice without costing a reaction. It increases your armor class for 1 until that person's next turn. Like if he's on Lizard King's next turn, it increases it by 1 until the Lizard King's next turn. You hit him for 8, you slash at him, and he sort of squeals and recoils without his staff. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Yes, I am going to go ahead and skirt around him and basically stand over the staff. And I want to try to kick it behind his chair where he can't get it. If that has to be kind of part of my next movement or whatever, it'll just be kind of accidental as I'm putting my foot in my position.
So where you are right now, I'm not going to let you kick it, but I'm going to let you be there so that if he reaches, I'm making these rulings up on the fly, but I'm trying to work with you. If he reaches for it, I will let you use your reaction to basically make it a contested check for him. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
All right. And the lizard folk shaman, Kiki, give me a strength save.
At advantage because of rage.
With the D4.
It's a 24 and a 23. It does the advantage thing for me as soon as I click on it once. So 24.
As you look over, and you're standing between him and the Jonker and the staff, and you see from around it, all of these vines and thorns start to rise up around you, start to rise around your legs, and then you're able to pull them away and like snap them quickly as he's casting as the shaman's casting entangle on you, trying to hold you in place and restrain you, but it does not work. And that is his turn, more or less. Euphemian, it is your action.
All right. Oh, there's a couple of things I want to do here. But, you know, it's most fun. I'm just going to get my sword out, and I'm going to stand up, And as I stand up, I'm going to make a large production of getting up, bring the sword up across his face as I stand.
Good lord. Okay, roll your attack roll.
That's an
Bless.
11. I've got bless. It's 13. Do you mind if I use the bless?
Use
No,
it.
13 hit.
Use
13
it.
hits. At 13
Oh.
hits, it's fine.
Okay.
God never made me to be loved. Please continue with your action roll for damage. Roll for damage.
For 9 damage.
You slash up and cut from like all the way down here, up through his throat, through his face, and the lizardfolk shaman just collapses to the floor as he had 8 points of damage left, 8 health left.
Wow,
You slash him.
nice.
You have your bonus attack.
That's your Kiki.
Gamerbot, this stream is called Roll for Bowl because this stream's called Roll for Bowl because I've run for 3 of these people in a campaign before, and in their campaigns I frequently call their strategies bullshit, and so I kept telling them to roll for bowl. That's where the phrase came from. So no, I'm not good, but I'm used to it, and that's fine. Please continue your turn.
I'm going to use my action, or during my turn, I'm going to direct the elemental to grab and immobilize the Lizard King.
Okay, roll an athletics check then. Or which one are you rolling?
Well, that will be during his turn. For the elemental to do it.
Oh, you want the elemental to grab him.
Yes.
Oh. Well.
Oh,
that
much
changes
worse.
things. That's much worse. Is that the end of your turn?
I believe so. Yes.
Gamerbot, I adore you. I adore you, and I don't expect you to. Okay, let me see here. No, by the time we got to the final battle in Strahd, I don't want to give any spoilers, but by the time we got to the final battle in Strahd, they were fighting Strahd not so much with like battle tactics, but just like pure unmitigated bullshit. And so many, I won't tell you how because I don't want to spoil anything for you, but I say this a lot. They defeated Strahd with a bug, and I will never forgive them for that. They found a way to kill evil himself with a bug, and I just will always be mad about that.
Breaking your voice just now.
You know, honestly,
File a bug report.
I mean, he had his own shots too. He squished some bugs too.
I almost had Jin dead. I almost had you completely fucking dead.
Somebody killed my mother.
like twice. Like just twice we killed your mom. That's it.
We made up for my campaign when I accidentally helped Strahd get away.
Oh, that's true. Again, no spoilers, but she did a move that almost reset the entire fight. It was incredible. Yeah. I've never seen it.
Strahd was low enough that if I had done an attack instead, it probably would have ended there.
I can't spoil it, but that's good. I need Euphemian and Callista and Pythor to give me dexterity saves.
Add a d4. Add a d4. Well, not Pythor and not me, but... Dex save?
Oh, God, -1.
Oh my God.
Sorry, natural 1 for 4.
-1.
Can
you use your reaction on that?
Sorry, dex save. Math, 18 for me.
As the dragon lets out this fiery breath, surprisingly, this blue fire that bursts out. Pythor and Callista both take 5 damage, and Euphemian, you take 11.
I'm going to absorb elements.
Okay, that averages it to half, right? So it's 5 for you. As it strikes you, as the fire encompasses each of you, Pythor is just burning up and just has this big glory, not like a goofy grin, but just genuinely like the joy of battle. Like Yeah. Pythor is in his purpose like he hasn't been in a century. They can fucking tear him up. It's great. That's all this little dude's doing. Callista, it is your action.
Real quick. I would like to use my reaction on Euphemian's turn, or
Does it
Euphemian's
work for saving throws?
Yeah, it's a nat 1 on an attack or a saving throw.
And you didn't use your epic already? All right, go for it. Or your reaction already.
Pythor's turn last round.
All
So
right,
this
go,
round I'm using Euphemian.
go for it.
Comedy. This is a funny fight, guys. All right, sorry.
Mhm.
I'm going to first I'm gonna just like put my arm on Euphemian's shoulder and just be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm gonna give you you're looking rough, right, my friend?
I'm better than half, but not feeling great.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give you 2 of my healing light dice.
Okay.
So that's 2d6 healing as a bonus action. 9 hit points back. And then I am going to mark those off so I don't forget. And I should give myself damage while I'm here. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. And now for my action, I'm gonna look at the wormling and I'm just gonna say, I think you need to go into timeout, and I'm going to cast sleep on it. Well, and by on it, I mean
Wait, did you cast healing word on Euphemian?
I didn't cast healing word. I used my healing light dice, which is
Okay. So cast sleep on him. Sorry. So
well, technically, is this door open?
which one? Ping it?
Red.
No, that one's closed.
Okay. So I think that's the furthest point that I can see. So, and everyone within 20 feet of this point right here at the door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll 5d8, and then whoever has the lowest hit points, if it's less than what I roll, they're going to fall asleep. So,
I'm actually going to put walls around there just to make it less confusing. Give me 1 second.
Thank you.
Sorry.
5d8. Where are my d8s? Orange. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so sorry. Let me just make sure I have this right. Okay. All right, guys. Let's hope I roll high, shall we?
So they added this new feature to Roll20 where you can have doors that open and close.
Okay.
And so you can easily see what's open. So this one right here should be open. So you can see past it if I'm right.
Yep.
And then the other one's okay, cool. And then you guys can click and open it. Obviously, wait for my permission to do so, but you guys can click and open those doors. So you casted what on your? I'm sorry, I was distracted by things.
I cast the sleep spell.
Okay.
The total that I rolled on my 5d8 is 16. So I don't think anyone has less than 16 hit points within 20 feet of that spot, unless the one or the king are lower than I think they are.
As the dragon leans down and just puts its chin on the ground.
Oh.
I want to scoop it up.
Full transparency, since we've been rules lawyery. If it is immune to being charmed, it is not affected by the spell.
Okay, we're good.
But, all right, cool. So I just put him in timeout, and that's my turn. I am not gonna move.
Fatima wants stickers on Redbubble. That's fascinating. Jonker's turn. Well, this is gonna be a motherfucker. Let's start with it. Let me double check my books.
Jonker is the king?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought Jonker was the one that we killed. Oh, okay.
No.
No worries.
I'm gonna let him make an athletics check against your athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have advantage to try and get the staff out from under you. Oh, but sorry. If you are going to try and use your reaction to block it, are you doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. He rolled a 21.
Oh shit.
Do you want to use
17?
Do you want to do anything for that?
Oh,
Bless?
I can still do my bless. Let's try it. And it would only be. What did he roll? 22, you said?
21.
We've
Oh.
still got
Good.
the points bless as well, if you want to throw that in.
20. You
Yep.
have Fatima's bless as well as what they're saying, yeah.
Yep.
Sure. So that's an extra 7, so that's a total of 24. He's not getting that staff back. Nope.
All them blessings used up.
Oh my god, you guys, the chat has totally helped us out so much. Thank you
Yeah,
so much,
genuinely.
audience.
Yeah, that changed the whole battle right there. Because now I got to do this. He looks at you and scowls and bolts for the door over here.
Oh, fucking opportunity attack.
Yeah, would
Bitch.
my elemental also get an attack?
Nope, because you told him to grab him, and you can't grab as an opportunity attack.
Craig can run fast.
And he opens the door, which I'm going to say. How long does he open the door? I'm saying it takes 5 feet, so it's going to be 22.
Oh, wait, don't I get my opportunity attack?
Nope, use your reaction to grab this thing. That's why I asked if you're okay
that's
using your reaction.
fucking right. Yeah. Never
As he
mind.
runs down here
Ooh,
and screams out,
No.
"Under attack! Under attack!" And you see another guard turn around. Oh no, wait, hold on, is that the one I wanted to highlight? You see another guard turn around and look at him and look over at you. And we're gonna put that lizard folk on here. I told you guys, that this battle can get crazy. It is just not getting crazy in the way that I thought it was going to. But we are still there. Let me see. Let me look at the earth elemental.
He can meld into stone.
That's what I'm trying to think. Because I'm letting him move through the ground. The thing is, the path that they're on is a rope bridge above the terrain below. So let me hold on. Let me place that in my head. I'm on your side, but let me see if it's something in my head. Okay. So let me roll something here. I hate myself. Okay. This elemental looks out in that direction. I hate this. I'm going to hate myself for saying this. The elemental looks out in that direction and starts to march almost towards Kiki, like almost going to barrel over Kiki, and then just melts into the floor, completely disappearing. And all of a sudden, you hear a screaming out as the Lizard King is pulled from the leg and slammed down into the bridge as he reaches up from below, pulls him down, basically rising out from the ground of the volcano, not so much pulling him close, but kind of effectively dropping his movement speed to 0, because he's grabbing his leg and holding him there. Reed, does that work for you?
Sure.
That's how I see it happening. I rolled that all the way through. I'm like, because I was trying to think, what is the most direct way he can get to him and grab him? And when we mentioned burning the ground, I'm like, well, there's solid rock underneath the bridge, and he's large. He's a large. If he wasn't large size, I wouldn't give it, but he could. And then he rolled a 12 to the Lizard King 7. So the Lizard King is now restrained, and I feel bad. Freya Rin, it is your action.
I've been hurt by the salamander before, and it hurts. So I'm going to take my wonderful, I don't know how many, was it 55 or something ridiculous? Anyways, 50 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
he's sleeping. So, oh, why aren't you picking up my friend? Come on, get
I
my
have
trophy.
so many fucking tabs open right now. Like I have ruling after ruling and spell and item.
Okay, I don't know why my thingy isn't letting me grab my. It's not letting me move my character. Do you know why?
Oh, I
You're
don't know. Let me
probably
see.
in a wall. You may have to get.
Let me here. Let me move you there. There you go.
Yeah,
Is that
there we
helpful?
go. Yes, I was in a wall. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So one. So technically, if I was like there, then 1,
Five,
2,
yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6. From here, can I see that the Lizard King's right there, or is there somebody?
Yeah, you can see it. There's a lizard king. There's another lizard in front of you, so he would have partial cover for +2 armor if you were trying to hit him from here. But there's also the lizard folk in front of him.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and go after the Lizard King because that's who I want to go for. If you'll allow me.
So are you trying to run up and melee him?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a guy in the way. If you want to use a range attack on him, you can. But if you're trying to melee him, then this guy's in the way. The regular lizard folk is in the way.
Okay, then I'll just punch the fuck out of the Lizard Folk.
Okay, roll for punching the fuck out of the lizard folk.
As long as I get to fight something, really.
Mhm.
Okay. So first one is a 7. Man.
7.
How
Yeah,
did
he
he bark?
blocks that.
It won't even matter, I don't think.
It won't matter.
Yeah.
But you can.
So then I will punch again.
Mhm. Allie, are you rolling con saves after all the fire damage you took?
Oh, I did take one amount of fire damage that was 5 hit points. You're right. Let me roll that con save. That's 13.
13. Okay, so you're good. So you strike for 19. You hit. Yes, Allie, you can just tell me this thing. If it's time sensitive, you can tell me up front, like on the stream. It's not interrupting me. It's helpful.
Okay.
Sorry.
So 10 to hit him.
So 10 damage. Okay, you hit him for 10. You strike him. And you strike him with your second hit, knocking him back. He recoils, looks at you.
Flurry of blows.
Hisses. Oh God. Okay, go for it.
Who, me? So
No, oh God, that's Euphemian.
23 to hit.
20 the hits. Roll for damage.
Okay, that's 8.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, you're bludgeoning. He's already been beaten down pretty bad.
The Earth Elemental's life thingy is kind of above the salamander, or the.
The lizard folk guy is beaten to shit him back. He's not dead yet, but he is close.
Don't want to use all my things on you, but I have to. Stupid. Then I'll go and do my last flurry of blows on him.
Didn't you already do 2? You already did 1. You did 2 attacks. Oh yeah. You got 1 more attack. Okay. 25 hits. Roll for damage.
And 8 for that.
Yeah, and you strike, knock him, and he just collapses and falls off the bridge. Just to make it easy. He is dead.
Okay.
Um,
May I don't know if I can with my movement. Could I?
You can still finish your movement.
I don't know if there's space back here for me because I don't know where this king is. Like, I just want to get behind him so I'm out of the way.
If you want to get here, if you want to get here, you can. If you want to get on the other side of him, we can calculate how much movement speed you have left. Let me see. How much your total movement speed?
50.
Yeah, you can get behind him. Let me see. He's grappled.
Can I do like some cool monk shit? Maybe like flip around him or something? I don't know. No, actually, you know what? I might fall into lava. Never mind. I just want to go around him.
Okay, yeah.
Fun. It's not fun.
Roll.
And be taught.
Let me see. Movement, actions, and combat. There's one for this. I think it's an acrobatics check against his athletics.
Sure. Want me to do an acrobatics check? Okay. 26.
Yeah, he's not beating that. I don't need to roll. You could describe your cool monk shit if you'd like.
So I'm like, I run after him, my little legs, hoping that my friends will be okay. And I go, and all you hear for the door is like, pow, 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 ah, from Cray. And then, as I kind of like do a, I don't know, flippy thing. I'm like using the earth elemental as like a
Mhm.
acrobatics partner and just flip around, and I'm like
Mhm.
behind the guy.
Wonderful. So we're going to move you over here. I don't know how much movement speed you have left, but it's all yours if you want to keep using it.
No, I ain't going nowhere. Just want to beat the shit out of this guy. So
That's
Yeah.
fair. The salamander's turn. What can the salamander do? He's grappled. So movement's 0. Grappling rules are fucking ridiculous. Yeah, he's just going to continue to strike at Pythor. Well, this is unusual. He stabs at Pythor, who just dodges to the side, and then the salamander's tail whips out and wraps around Pythor and begins to squeeze. They've grappled each other, and
that's hot.
yeah, it is. That's her dad. Have some respect. As Pythor takes 18 points of damage.
Oh, Pythor.
You guys can you guys see his hit gauge? Yeah. And then yeah, it's a bit of damage. It's a bit not great. What was it? Pythor in his turn goes, and I'll give you guys a swift response, like less than a reaction time of anything you want to say in response. So don't overthink it. But he goes, guys, I am enjoying this, but there's only so much that I can do that's not technically fighting Sidon. So if you have any ideas, as he's holding this thing here, yeah, if you guys have like a one sentence idea for something that's not technically fighting Sidon's people, he's open to suggestions.
Wouldn't be too much to ask to take him outside, would it?
I would, but he's holding me. And yeah, they're
You might have to make a doorway with his head.
resourceful. What was it? He is going to, let me see. Yeah, he's going to, oh no, that's not it. That's not what I want. Okay, let me see. This is a lot of different math I'm doing here. As Pythor's skin continues to blister and burn, and you hear him just roar, coming through! And he just like carries this thing and just is going to just take this thing and dive, like almost dive with it and carry it outside of the area, pulling it out here. Fimian, let me see.
What did Euphemian get ahead of me?
I don't know. I can fix. Oh, I must have shuffled some things. Here we go. Yeah. Euphemian and Callista. Oh no, wait, hold on. Euphemian, you smell something burning. Kiki, it's your turn.
I'm just wondering, because probably this staff needs a magic wielder to do something with it, that I can't just shake it and have it go zappy against somebody or something, I assume.
That is correct.
Okay. Then what would you rule on if I were to pick up the staff and throw it to Euphemian, and then I go towards where Corey went?
Throwing it, Yeah, that would be an action. So you could throw it as an action, and then you can move over there because it's using an object. Only rogues can use objects swiftly.
I'll just sort of.
If anyone wants to rules lawyer me on that, but I feel good about that one. But you can leave it there, because that's picking it up and throwing it. It's several steps as far as the semantics of D&D are concerned.
I'll just say, I don't know, Euphemian, maybe you can use this, and I'll turn around, and then I'll go follow Cray through the doorway to try to beat the shit out of that other lizard folk. Or sorry, the lizard king, I should say. So yeah, thank you. I disappeared as soon as I went to move myself. Thank you.
Sorry. The king looks at you and just hisses at you, like trying to intimidate you, almost reflexively.
Oh, fuck off. And I'm just gonna
fuck off.
No, you fuck off. That's a 25 on the first one.
All right. Yeah, Gamerbot, thank you so much. It's so sweet of you. Thank you. 25 hits, roll for damage.
So that's a 9 slashing. Second attempt is a 17.
That hits.
That is a 10.
And
then this one's just for fun. I'll do for a third one. That one's a 21.
Good Lord.
And it has 8 damage.
He's grappled, so it's all at advantage, right? Like, would you be able to get?
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
Oh,
Wait, does grappled give advantage?
No, restrained.
It doesn't.
Gives advantage.
Oh, restrained. Pardon.
Grappled just drops his movement speed to 0 and has no other penalties and is really fucking dumb. I would homebrew grapple to be stronger, but I'm worried that it's like that little peg that holds up combat system. Like I'm worried if grappled actually becomes good, it would topple the balance of this game. But yeah.
There's enough
Court of Fame
challenges
Flowers
to
is
this
amazing.
game. So
Kiki, what else you want to do?
That's it.
All right, Euphemian, what you got?
I am going to sort of run this way. I'm going to yell instruction at, or mentally command my elemental to pull the Lizard King through the bridge.
Oh, wow.
And, if possible, escort him into the lava.
I love you.
that actually means he hates you. Just saying.
No, that's beautiful.
He's a firewalker.
Because I got rules. I got rules for the lava.
Yay!
Gosh.
Is there anything else you want to... Firewalker, I heard you, Allie. Is there anything else you want to do in turn?
Yes, I'm going to accidentally grab the UI rather than myself. I'm going to move back here. I'm going to hold my action until after the thing has its turn.
What's your action?
I'm going to cast a spell.
Don't I need to know what spell? Like, I need to know the trigger and everything.
Oh,
don't you you fully disclose all the shit?
Yeah, after the turn, or sorry, after the elemental takes his turn, if the Lizard King is being submerged in the lava, I'm going to cast Polymorph on the salamander.
Okay, I'm afraid. We'll go with that. The dragon is asleep. What's the rules on waking up, Allie, from sleep?
If it takes damage, or if it... Hang on a moment.
It's been a minute. If it's been a full minute, does it get to make saving throws?
It can wake up... where does it say?
No, that's it. That's it.
Sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to wake them up.
All right. Little dragon sleeps. Ballista, go.
The dragon sleep. Anyway, I am out of control. Okay, so technically, because Kiki is between me and the king, she would provide cover for him, right? If I wanted to attack him.
Yes, +2 to him.
Okie dokie. So here's what I want to do instead. I want to cast... Sacred Flame, because there is no benefit of cover. for Sacred Flame.
Okay. So what's the roll?
It's an attack roll for me.
Okay.
So that is a 17 plus, I think, 8 to hit. So that's
25.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a saving throw. You're right. I'm sorry. It's a dex save of 16. I'm an idiot.
Okay. So no, you're
I don't know
fine.
how to use my own spells, guys.
Roll your
This is
damage.
Okay, 2d8. Damn. Oh, come on now.
Cray,
12.
can you? I think it
Read it.
doesn't it mess up the screen when 12 damage. Okay.
Looks like we're in order.
Oh, we're
at
good.
least, so
Okay. So he
12
passes
radiant.
save. He passes for basically as the fire comes down. He uses a feeble amount of magic to block it. What little magic he has without the staff, and is able to deflect that. Is there anything else you want to do?
Yes. Is anybody looking hurt? Other than Pythor?
only a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Crayon's not here, so here's what I'll do. I'm gonna give Euphemian Bardic.
Mhm.
And I will just I'm gonna give Euphemian Bardic and just be like, everything you're doing right now is very, very, very much working. Just keep going.
Is that your turn?
And,
Stylist.
I'm gonna
This is so working.
I'm gonna go stand right by the dragon, just in the hopes of providing it some degree of cover in case somebody, I don't know, tries to
You're trying to
attack
protect
it.
the dragon that tried to kill you.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
just don't want it to wake up.
That's fantastic. So what was it? Let me look up my moves on grappling because I don't like you guys.
I mean, this one is the one that gives you advantage on death saves.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second. Okay. This is weird for me. Okay, let me see something here. I'm looking through a bunch of different things for what I want to do because I got some shit planned. We're coming up at the end of an episode, and you guys know I love my cliffhangers. One second. I'm considering some shit.
Only we can do shit like that.
Cray, I need you to roll an athletics check.
It's a check, not a saving throw.
Yep.
You're muted.
So can I use? Sorry. So can I use less for the check for? No, I can't. Yeah. So it's a 5.
Let me double check one last thing.
Hi.
Well,
I don't like this.
oh, what the hell did I
Rolled
do?
a 7.
Oh, I 7. Well, regardless, it's awful.
I don't like it.
7 is fine.
That's true, but it's not gonna save me.
You don't know
And then-
that. Maybe he's doing something good for you.
Maybe could it be like an acrobatics? I'm better at acrobatics.
Y'all, I gotta start making attack rolls. See what goes on.
Oh, there goes Cray, guys. Luckily, he's
No!
still okay.
No, shut your mouth, Ben.
I'm gonna go over my explanation for this. I'm gonna go over my explanation for. Okay, so basically, oh shit! I made one mistake in this. I made one mistake in this. It doesn't work like that. The Lizard King is going to pull himself free. He actually passed the athletic check to pull himself free from the Earth Elemental. And I can't do it. I can't do it. Let me double check one last thing here because I got to make sure I got this completely right.
Gotta
Oh
be
my
realistic.
god, my anxiety.
I know, right?
How y'all doing? Y'all having fun?
Yes.
Yeah, audience,
He
y'all
will
having
break
fun?
free, turn and bare his claws and hiss at Krayarin. I had that completely lined up to shove Krayarin into the lava, and then I realized that Krayarin's standing right inside the building. He was going to spend his turn doing that, and then you were going to go into the magma, and I realized that I cannot get that done from this angle right here. Yeah.
Cal. Or
Yeah.
Ellie. I mean,
See it?
I was gonna say, if I had a bonus reaction, could I just do like some cool monk shit and be like, no, fuck you? No.
Yeah, you could try, but he's facing you. If you're gonna do a role play, because he's hissing at you and facing you.
So
We're
I'll
gonna
be
wrap
like-
up the session. Mhm.
I don't understand what that means. Hiss. Hiss.
I'm trying to find a way to hiss where the microphone picks it up.
I kind of want to
he was
like do spittle coming out of me.
He has to roll a strength check athletics with a disadvantage to shove you, and I actually did all the math and he had passed, and I was gonna narrate all of it, and I also had all the rules figured out for some rule lawyer and stuff, and then I looked down the map and saw that you're inside the building, and I'm not gonna try that shit on Kiki, so I'm not gonna transfer it. But he was gonna, I was gonna send you into the magma. Meanwhile, let's go somewhere else. Let me roll a dex save.
Oh, right.
As you guys hear a snapping, cracking sound from behind Euphemian. Euphemian, you whip around. The lizard folk over here, the one that you guys bossed around, holding one of the stakes to the bridge. What were you saying? I thought you said something. Holding one of the stakes to the bridge, and you see the bridge shake and move back and forth, and Pythor stumble and like stop and steady himself as he's holding this thing. Guys, you have a plan for this part, right? As you see the salamander's fire beginning to creep up and look across the bridge itself too, and the bridge coming undone while Pythor's holding onto it. The Earth Elemental.
God, Reed.
And you wanted the Earth Elemental to grab him and pull him into the magma, right?
Yes.
Pray, I was going to shove you into the lava. It was my plan.
That would have been hot.
Mm-hmm.
He is a hot individual.
I was wondering if I was going to start writing death number 9 in the margin of my notes.
Yeah, not surprising.
How fast can the Earth Elemental move? 15 feet. Oh, no, that's not what I'm looking for. As the Lizard King hisses at Krayarin, and then just Obsidian reaches up and grabs around his leg again and rips him, and you hear him scream, and the Earth Elemental moving with great purpose until he just almost casually tosses
Yeets
the
him
Lizard
in
King
there?
underhand, tosses him onto the. Now, what I want to say is the magma down here. There is. Yeah, there are parts of this that are sturdy rocks you can see, but that ain't where he landed.
I mean, to be clear, I had told him to escort him into the lava. So
Okay, what were you? What, escort him? Like actually walk into the lava?
yeah,
Like what are your words? Okay,
physically
so you want to
carry him into the lava as far as the elemental can go.
Oh, okay. So he carries him, walks him in there, and they walk in together. So I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll a single magma check for both characters. Rolling on the screen for your benefit.
Magma check.
It's taking a while to calculate. I think I broke roll 20. It does a little bit more than 1d6. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
As you do 62 damage to both the earth elemental and him as he screams out in pain. Surprisingly still has one hit left, or more like one attack's worth of hits left. As you're screaming out and you're seeing him look light on fire. Screaming, and as he's screaming, you are hearing all of the lizard folk in the mouth of the volcano lighting up and screaming their battle cries all around you, surrounding from everything from behind you, in front of you, and screams from up above they haven't placed, and you see in the magma, you see a few slender figures winding their way towards the two of them in the magma, which we will get to in a little bit. Frey Rin, it's your action, and we're going to close this out very soon.
Would I get my
Yeah, you should
reaction
get your.
first?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to use polymorph. I'm going to try to turn the salamander into a penguin.
What is the saving throw on that?
The saving throw for that is a 15, and so if I
Wisdom.
can ever find the thing, yeah, wisdom.
All right, I don't like you.
My first reaction if this works. Oh. She's gonna end up squishing the penguin.
And the salmon turns to you. Just sort of honks out and just sort of turns out and it turns into this like the salmon, this pink one, and I'm gonna make it make a dex save immediately. Turns and slips and falls and tumbles into the magma.
Wait,
Oh,
is
no!
Pythor not still doing it?
Yeah.
What was that? What was that?
Pythor
Or it's still got
holding onto it?
right?
Oh, Pythor's holding on to it. That's right. Okay, so Pythor's holding on to this thing. Yeah, Pythor's holding on to a penguin. That's true. And Pythor's just like,
How far do you think you can throw that?
Oh, it's the best art ever.
pretty damn far.
Eats him to Antarctica.
Salamander's roll, the penguin's roll. I'm gonna give him the due diligence of a okay, go, sorry.
Well, I mean, we're still resolving the penguin, aren't we?
No, that's good. We're good for now. Let's come back to you. This is you.
Oh, well, I'm on the thing with Kiki.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is where we go, right? And I'm just gonna. I want to scoop up that baby so bad. But that's Jen. Actually, you know what? I would like to just take a peek and see what's happening. Like, are these doors open?
Those doors would be
This guy-
open. Yes. Let me.
Okay, I just want to take a peek to see what's happening. See, because like we hear screams from everywhere. So what are we hearing? What am I seeing before I run back inside?
Let me see here.
1, 2, 3.
You see more and more lizard folk. Each bridge has a lizard folk on it. Each one with a sword and shield. Over down here, You can't make out what it is in the darkness. There, over here is a large forge, and the room is mostly dark. And like, you know that effect whenever there's like a light source behind something, so it's just shadow?
Mm.
You see this very 10-foot tall, or 9-foot tall, towering figure with a gleaming golden where the eye is. Like, you know, that sort of spark that they do in anime? Like this light around where his eye is, standing in that frame.
Okay.
Directly south?
Directly south from where Krayarin was.
Okay.
Across the
here.
bridge, you see another turtle chamber across the bridge. You see lizard folk on these bridges over here. And these ones go down to ladders down to the platform, because over here is clearly where the sacrifices are made.
Okay. So I'll be like, okay, well, we kicked over an ant's nest, so we need to either get out of here or whatever. So I'm like, I go right behind Kiki because I was 15, 20, 25, 30, 40 feet of movement. Try pushing her back in. Come on, we gotta go. Let's go. We've done our thing. And I'm stuck there because Kiki's a fucking mountain. I can't move her.
Pythor's turn.
You can pass through friendly creature space for free, I think, right?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
At
I was just
it's typical
pretending.
terrain.
I
Yeah.
was just pretending because, you know.
And we're
like-
gonna wrap up the session here in a second. Pythor looks
I
at
stand like
Euphemian.
this with my fists on my hips between rolls, or between my turns.
Euphemian, I believe you had a question for Pythor.
Yes. How far do you think you can throw a penguin?
Pretty damn far, but let's find out. And he throws this thing. He rolled, as you see this thing fly, just and just fly out of the area. Completely, penguin flapping its arms feebly as it launches out of this volcano at an athletics check of 40.
Holy shit!
This thing.
Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again.
Oh yeah. This, I don't even know where this salamander's gonna be when it reforms, but it's not gonna be relevant to this battle. I tell you that fucking much.
It's like this penguin that's like the look of a football and just boom.
And as it comes over, Pythor goes, all right, next question. What are we doing about those? And you see, looking over as more and more lizard folk are coming in, and over across the hall over here, Euphemian, you would see in this area giant lizards starting to emerge, basically large lizards, pets of the lizard folk. And up above, pterodons swooping in to protect their masters.
You wanted a fight, didn't you?
Oh, I did. You've really delivered. Let's do this. And that's where we're going to end this session.
Oh my god, yes.
So thank you guys for this. Basically, the way that I saw the fight happening was when the Lizard King runs, the staff is nuts. You guys haven't seen what it does. But basically, I was planning for him to kite you guys with the staff through the entire level. So then once he decided right away, I'm like, okay. But yeah, thank you guys for this session. Thank you for watching. If you're watching, please be sure to follow, subscribe, all that.
I do want to say,
Mm-hmm.
before anything else, as soon as like Prey is like trying to push me, I will eventually get in that room and I will try and pick up that staff if I can, if nobody else does.
Okay, we will open the session with that. I love that idea.
Or
Actually, you know what?
afterwards.
You know what? If you can commit to that being your opening action,
She is next on the initiative.
yeah, if you commit to that, I think you go. Are you grabbing that staff then on your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll fully resolve it because I want to leave it here. But just as a foreshadowing, you go and grab the staff as Pythor's looking out there with Euphemian, like getting ready, and you grab it, and you hear, no one else hears, the rumble of the storm in the distance, and you can almost swear by yourself that the sky is darkening. Like outside, you can see it getting dimmer. No one else seems to notice this. As you hear a familiar voice you haven't heard in a very long time that says, "So you've raised a hand against my chosen. We meet again, Kiana." And that is where we'll end then, as we're bringing Sidon back to the story. Okay, thank you all for watching. Thank you guys for playing. You guys are beautiful.
That
We'll
was
be
awesome.
meet again next week. Yeah, when I was reading this thing, because I saw you guys like this whole island is just this one fight scene getting ridiculously more crazy as it goes on. It's just shit builds, and you guys, we'll see how it goes. Anybody have anything you want to say before I go? Because I'm just gonna be geek out.
We
Oh,
love
no,
you.
this
Thank you
was
so much,
awesome.
everybody. This is
And
such a great
thank you,
fight.
Fa- and all the other
Oh,
people in the chat. You guys really helped
oh,
us.
you guys saved our ass.
Yeah, once again, I think we need like a notch chart of how many times that the viewer gifts actually made a difference.
Every
Because I think
time.
that was the difference between the staff being in his hands or not, right?
Yeah.
And like,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, that was it. That
We
was
got
it.
our lawyer involved.
All right,
Thanks,
I'm gonna go.
Adama. Thanks,
Femi,
everybody.
my bardic yet, right?
I have not used it yet. No.
Okay.
All right, I will see you guys later. You have a great night.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.